is something that Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video, I've got a Costco grocery haul that I'll be sharing with you guys. It has been months since we've done a Costco trip, and we definitely have some items that we get there if they have them every time we go. But we got some new things today, some produce, and the normal things that we like to stock up on. I'm just gonna be walking through everything we got today, sharing the WeightWatchers points, and then popping the nutrition labels on the screen. I will also have the prices for everything as I shop through the store at the end of this video, so stick around for the prices at the end. But if you enjoy this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. It really does help me out, so I appreciate you guys and your continued support on my channel. Liking, telling other people about my videos, sharing them, it really does make a huge difference and allows me to keep doing this. So I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the produce like I always do. I'll also just be explaining how I incorporate these ingredients in order to stay on track. A lot of these I like to get in bulk from places like Sam's Club and Costco because then I can just prep a bunch of things at once. Although I did just do a Sunday reset, so I've got a lot of ingredients already prepped in the fridge, but this will probably just be for my next one. Or sometimes throughout the week, I'll just prep a batch of something, whether it's like a batch of taco meat or some peppers or something like that. I don't always do all my ingredient prep just in one day. Sometimes I do it throughout the week. But anyway, first up, I got a bag of some sweet peppers, and I really enjoy these because they're seedless, so it's just more convenient when it comes to quickly prepping or making meals with them. I really like to chop them up and mix them into like eggs or taco bowls. And then other times I like to stuff them, whether it's like with taco meat and making them taco stuffed peppers. I've also done like imitation crab and laughing cow or pepperoni and cheese. You can do a bunch of different things with these and make nice and filling snacky type meals. Actually, in my recent 0 point day, I did nachos with them and it was really good. So they're 0 points, and I just like the sweetness of them compared to the regular bell peppers that I get. And then of course I did get some bell peppers. I use these for so many things. I actually just prepped a big batch of just these sliced up that I roasted in the oven, and I use them for so many different meals. We made some loaded fries last night, and I just used the sliced up peppers on those. It was so good. So I use these peppers for different meals, and then I also make my veggie mix with zucchini, onion, and peppers that I use for a bunch of meals throughout the week as well. Whether it's for a specific recipe or ingredient prep, I'm just always in need of bell peppers. These green beans looked really good, and I've really been enjoying them lately for recipes that are like stir fry or with like fried rice or sesame noodles. I've been enjoying adding like soy sauce and some sesame oil and garlic to them, and I kind of was thinking that again. This is a big bag though, so I might even use it in 2 different batches or just prep the whole thing at once, roasting it in the oven. I haven't decided yet, but there's 0 points on WeightWatchers and a good way to get a little extra fiber in and just make meals more filling overall. I try to prioritize vegetables throughout the day, but specifically with dinner, I always try to have one type of vegetable side, and the green beans are always a nice option and one of the ones that I kind of rotate through so we don't get sick of them. So that's something that I'll be prepping this week. I also got some blueberries, which I use for yogurt bowls, pancakes, waffles, and then I've actually been craving blueberry muffins, but I kind of like using frozen blueberries better, so I was thinking about maybe using these for that, but I'll probably just use these for yogurt bowls. Cherries have been so good lately. I've really been on a cherry kick and buying them every time I go grocery shopping. So they had a big container of cherries today, and I'm excited to have this. I've been having cherries after I finish my breakfast or my lunches, or actually the other night I wanted cherries instead of my apples, so I just had these right after dinner. I just keep craving them. They've been nice and sweet and juicy, and it's just a nice option to kind of mix things up. So if you aren't on the diabetic mode, cherries and fruit are 0 points on WeightWatchers, and it's just one of those things I've really been using to satisfy my sweet tooth. And then like always, we got some bananas. So I recently just made banana bread because some of our bananas got too dark, but that's what works about just always having them, is that we'll use the less ripe ones for snacks on the go or cut up in cereal bowls. And then as they get more ripe, I start to use them more for like baking recipes, or even I like to mash them up and drizzle them with chocolate and pop them in the freezer and make little like true fruit bites. So I've been doing that a lot more lately as they get more ripe, but we just always need bananas. Of course, you guys know I always get apples, so I've got my Honey Crisp here, 0 points on WeightWatchers. I have one every single day after dinner, unless I have cherries now, but it's a way that I satisfy my sweet tooth. I fill myself up a little bit more and don't have as many cravings at night then. It's just been a trick that's helped me throughout my weight loss and maintenance, and I usually get Honey Crisp or Cosmic Crisp and these ones look better today. Then the last produce item I got, just some zucchini. So it's nice that they have the bag there like this. We haven't been getting that many from the garden this year. My tomatoes are thriving and I am so excited. They're starting to get ripe. Actually, my first one is right behind me over here, but I've got a bunch of grape tomatoes and they're looking so good. I'm really excited. I've gotten a bunch of jalapeno peppers, and actually my bell peppers are looking really good. I've gotten one of those as well, but not the zucchini. So I did have to buy some from the store today because I use this for my veggie mix. And then again, it's one of those filler vegetables that I use to bulk up meals. Sometimes I'll just cut one up and quickly cook it in a pan or roast it in the oven or air fryer. And then I'll mix it into what I'm having, whether it's like pasta or if I'm throwing it in a wrap or even on a rice bowl. It's just a really quick and easy vegetable that doesn't add too much flavor, but it makes meals more filling, helps me get a little more fiber and stuff like that. So I always get some zucchini. There is one yellow one in there, but it's mostly green. Okay, I stocked up on some proteins today. So they don't have that many options for ground meat there that I like, because we really do just prefer ground chicken and ground turkey over ground beef. And if I get ground beef, I usually get it in a smaller serving than this. But they have the 4-pack of ground turkey here, and each one is 1.67 pounds. I've got a good amount. I might end up freezing 1 or 2 of these containers if I don't get to it in time, but in my recent Sunday reset, I didn't do taco meat, so I was thinking about just making a nice big batch of taco meat. I'll probably do at least 2 at a time for that, because that lasts us for a while. We use the ground taco meat for nachos, tacos, burritos, all that stuff. Even breakfast bowls, I've actually really been enjoying it in lately. So I'm gonna make a big batch of that. This is 0 points on WeightWatchers. For the serving of 4 ounces, it is 160 calories, 8 grams of fat, and 22 grams of protein. So that's just one of my favorite 0 point proteins to incorporate. I might also make a batch of meatballs or burgers with it. And then again, it's something I can make a bigger batch of and have it prepped in the fridge. And then I just take it out when I need it. I heat up a burger and add it to a bowl or a quick thing of pasta or something like that. I really enjoy the salmon from Costco, and they've got this big bag here. Again, another thing that I like to just prep all at once lately. So if I am just planning a specific dinner, maybe I'll grab a couple to thaw at a time. But I've found it's nice to just roast it all in the oven at once. So I'll take them out of their wrappers and let them thaw. Then I'll use either olive oil or olive oil spray and some different seasoning and kind of just coat it and pop it in the oven. And then it's just ready to add to meals. Usually I'll use it for the meal when I'm actually making it fresh, but then the leftover can be just put in the fridge or the freezer, and then it's prepped and ready for meals throughout the week. And salmon is 0 points on WeightWatchers. It is 320 calories for the serving of 7 ounces. So a little bit bigger of a serving. It's 20 grams of fat for that, but 37 grams of protein. And one thing that I always notice with salmon is how filling it is. Sometimes I don't even use this actual serving on here. Like I said, it is 0 points, but I find that it's almost too much sometimes if I have too much of the salmon. I really enjoy it. It's really good in pasta, in like sushi bowls or poke type bowls. And then sometimes we'll even just have it with like potatoes or roasted veggies. So I'm glad to have this as a nice high protein option. These were on sale. Sometimes we get the Costco brand, and then because these were on sale, we just got them today. I feel like I like the Just Bare better. I can't remember though, because the Kirkland brand's pretty good too. And I want to say it's also in a green bag like this. But for the serving of 3 ounces of this chicken, it is 4 points on WeightWatchers. It's 160 calories, 7 grams of fat. It's got 9 carbs, 2 grams of sugar, and 16 grams of protein. And this is so nice to make copycat meals. A lot of the time I'll use it when I want to make like a snack wrap or a Chick-fil-A breakfast bowl or something from Chick-fil-A, something like that. I don't always have breaded chicken like this, but it works really well just popped in the air fryer and then mixed into different meals like that. I also really like to use it in bowls. One of our favorite bowls that I've made, and I wish I had some slaw, but I use a coleslaw mix and make a slaw, and then I'll heat up some of these in a rice bowl with some hot sauce and make it like a hot chicken bowl. That's been a really good thing that we've enjoyed lately, and it's nice and filling. But these are something that we like to just keep in the freezer as a kind of higher protein option, but more of like that copycat substitute type thing. We don't go to Costco that often. It was probably about a year ago now that we had gone and tried this as a sample, but ever since then I get it every single time we go there. And there have actually been times where we've just made quick trips running into Costco to get like 2 things, and this is one of the things that I grab because It is so good. It is chicken tikka masala, and for the serving of 5 ounces, it is 4 points on Weight Watchers. So not totally low point, but what I usually do is just make some veggies with it, either like zucchini or peppers, and then I put it on some rice, and it is such a filling, flavorful meal. I just love the flavor of it. It's so good, and I'm excited that we have it again. Like I said, it's 4 points for 5 ounces, 150 calories, 4 grams of fat. It's got 6 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, 5 grams of sugar, and 22 grams of protein. And usually I just heat it up on the stove. It's really easy to cook. It just comes in pouches, but you can also microwave it. They've got instructions for that. I highly recommend this. It was, I think, my first time ever having chicken tikka masala when I tried their sample, but I love it. Then I got a big thing of eggs because I'm actually out. I used them all up on my reset and I haven't gotten more. And I've been craving hard-boiled eggs lately. I go through phases with that too. So I like to make sure that I have extra on hand because I'll snack on hard-boiled eggs with like snack plates or throughout the day. And then I still like to have eggs as an option for breakfast. So a lot of the times I'll do them scrambled or on top of a bowl or something, but we just use eggs a bunch and it's a nice protein option that's 0 points on Weight Watchers. Okay, a couple dairy items. I didn't need any cheese today, and I usually don't really get cheese from Sam's Club or Costco because they don't always have like the reduced fat options that I like. And I feel like we don't go through that amount of cheese that quickly. I like to have like different options of it instead of just one type. But anyway, I did get some yogurt. We first tried these, I want to say, from Costco. They are the Chobani 20-gram protein containers that have 0 added sugar. And this comes with 4 flavors in it. My favorite is the vanilla. I also really like the cherry berry, especially with frozen berries heated up. It's also got mango and raspberry lemon, and those are some that Adam really likes to take to work. They're lactose free, so that's why we've been buying these, because Adam can actually eat them. He just like stopped eating yogurt for a while there, and then now that we've found this, he really likes it and he's been able to start incorporating it. But for the serving, these are 3 points on Weight Watchers for the container. They're 140 calories, 3 grams of fat, 9 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, 7 grams of sugar, and then 20 grams of protein. So this comes with 16 cups. I usually end up taking all the vanilla ones because I just prefer to use them for my apple dip, and I'll mix in like peanut butter and honey or powdered peanut butter and then a little bit of cinnamon, and it is my favorite with sliced apples. Sometimes that's what I'll do with my apple after dinner instead of just having it plain. But anyway, it's nice to have these back in the fridge again. They're much thicker than the other like 0 sugar yogurts that I've enjoyed in the past, and that's actually what I like about them the most. I'm glad that we were able to get those today. I can't remember if we've tried this one before. I'm pretty sure we did in a snack review. I think that they actually had sent me one of these. I love Good Foods. They've got such good dips, and they've got a lot of different Greek yogurt dip options, which I really love because they're usually lower in points. So this one is a reduced fat Greek yogurt base. It is their avocado green goddess dip, and it is 2 points for the serving of 2 tablespoons on Weight Watchers. It's got 70 calories, 6 grams of fat, 2 carbs, and a gram of protein. It's also got a gram of fiber. And I think that I really liked using this in pasta, although this might even be good with like a cold pasta salad as a dressing. Either way, it's a nice snack option, even with snack plates. I feel like this would even be good mixed in with tuna. I keep thinking of different things that this will be good in, and I'm really excited that they actually had the big tub of it. Sometimes we avoid getting dips from Costco because it is a commitment, and if we don't like it or we don't use it fast enough, it isn't worth it because of it being such a big container. But I know that we'll definitely use this one. We've really been enjoying avocado green goddess things in general, so I'm excited that we found this. Okay, then a couple other freezer items. These are the Bibigo steamed dumplings. They're chicken and vegetable, and they're very similar to the soup dumplings from Trader Joe's that I always share. These come in individual trays, so there's 6 in here, and each tray has 6 dumplings in it. It's 7 points for the tray, 240 calories, 7 grams of fat. It's got 29 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, 2 grams of sugar, and 15 grams of protein in that serving. And you just pop them in the microwave. It says they're ready in 1 minute and 45 seconds. And they actually do come with sauce, which the nutrition is separate down here for that. I just love soup dumplings in general since we started getting them from Trader Joe's, and then we saw that Bibigo made them. And it's nice that you can buy the nice 6-pack like this. We usually just like to have them as a side when I make fried rice for dinner or sesame noodles, and it's kind of like an appetizer or a side that satisfies those cravings for like takeout Chinese food or takeout food that we enjoy. So I like to grab these when they have them, because usually when we go to Trader Joe's we just get 2 of them, and then and we use them right away. It's nice to get the box of 6 of them. Okay, these are one of Adam's favorite things to bring to work because they're super convenient, but they also taste really good. I really enjoy these as well. They're the Veggies Made Great Spinach Egg White Frittatas. They come individually wrapped and you can just pop them in the microwave to heat them up. They're made with mozzarella and gluten-free, and for the serving of one of them, it's 2 points on Weight Watchers, but if you have 2 of them, it's 3 points on Weight Watchers. For one of them, it's 70 calories, 4 grams of fat, 5 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, and 5 grams of protein. And it actually says on here the Weight Watchers points. That's funny, I didn't realize that. But it says that you can put them in the toaster oven or the air fryer. I usually just like to microwave them, but I feel like they might be good in the air fryer if they got kind of like crispy. So I might have to try that. But a lot of the times what I'll do is I will make 1 or 2 of them and cut them in half and then put them on like toast or like a 2-ingredient dough bagel and make a sandwich out of them when I don't have a lot of time and it's just a quick and easy breakfast I can make. I did grab some pasta. So this is the brand Brammy, and actually this was just at Sam's Club when we had recently gone, and we've been enjoying the pasta we got from them. I want to say it was like rotini noodles, and then they had the spaghetti at Costco today. I decided to just grab this because every time I make spaghetti, like even the Barilla Protein Plus, we realize how much we enjoy it. I just love spaghetti noodles, and I don't make it that often. Usually I'm using like the rotini and stuff. So this was cool that they had the Brammy and spaghetti. This comes with 6 boxes. For the serving of 2 ounces, it's 4 points on Weight Watchers, so it's the same as the Barilla Protein Plus. It's 200 calories, 2 grams of fat, 36 carbs, 5 grams of fiber, and 12 grams of protein. Okay, then the rest of these things are like snacky items. I was excited to see that Love Corns in Costco. They had actually just announced this, and another snack that I've been buying for years since the start of my weight loss. It's just been one of my favorite salty, crunchy snacks, and these flavors are all really, really good. So I was happy to see they have the variety pack of them, and actually with mostly sea salt, which is my favorite flavor at the moment. I really do like the sweet and salty as well. It's like kettle corn, and then they've also got sour cream and onion in here. They're 2 points for the bag on Weight Watchers, 90 calories, 2.5 grams of fat. They've got 13 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, and 1 gram of protein, although the sour cream and onion has 2 grams of protein. But they're a nice on-the-go snack. I love to take these hiking, or if I'm just gonna be out for the day and I just wanna make sure that I have some food with me, I really like to bring these packs along. They are gluten-free, they're plant-based, and yeah, 90 calories, 2 points isn't bad for a pack of these. Then we saw these, they caught my attention, they just sounded good. They're garlic and sea salt pistachios, and the brand is Hampton Farms. It says the goat, they're no shells. I've never seen these before, so I'm excited to see how flavorful they are. For the serving of a 1/4 cup, it's 5 points on Weight Watchers. It's 170 calories, 14 grams of fat, 19 carbs, 3 grams of fiber, 3 grams of sugar, and 6 grams of protein. They're gluten-free and just another snack option to mix into snack mixes, or even just to have like when I make a snack plate with my lunch and I want something that has some saltiness to it. And we recently tried pistachios in a snack review, and it's just made me crave them more and more lately. I forgot how much I enjoy them. It's always nice when they come already shelled like this. So I've got these. Also some of these skinny dipped cups. So these are their dark chocolate peanut butter cups. They're 3 points for 1 on Weight Watchers. 80 calories, 6 grams of fat. They have 6 carbs, 3 grams of fiber, 3 grams of sugar, and 2 grams of protein. And when I want candy or like a peanut butter cup or something like that, these always satisfy my craving and my sweet tooth. And usually 1 is just the perfect amount. I will usually have them like after dinner, after I finish my apple, when I still want something sweet. Or these are also another thing that I use for creamies a lot. So I'll just chop them up and put them on top as a topping, or even use them as a mix-in. But I really enjoy these. This is one of those other items that will make a quick trip out of the way just to run into Costco quickly and grab the big bag of these. Okay, next up I've got a granola that we grabbed today. We had recently tried this in a snack review. This is their Ancient Grain granola. It's one of the Purely Elizabeth protein granolas. It's almond butter and berries, and usually I'm not a huge fan of berry granola, but I loved this one. It is 5 points for the serving of a 1/3 cup on Weight Watchers. 150 calories, 9 grams of fat. It's got 13 carbs, 3 grams of fiber, 4 grams of sugar, with 3 of that being added, and then 5 grams of protein. And it is plant-based, it's gluten-free and vegan, And usually what I like to use this for is just a topping on my yogurt bowls. I'll even do a half serving of it, and it's the perfect crunch, perfect flavor and sweetness, and it's just like a little extra treat on my yogurt bowls. Adam was really happy that they had this there. We hadn't seen the big bag of it before. We'll just be using that sparingly though, because it does add up quickly. Granola is a high point item, but it is worth it to use some weeklies and incorporate in moderation. And like I said, just having that little crunch on there is so perfect. Okay, we usually get the big box of Skinny Pop, but they had a Kirkland brand of sea salt popcorn made with coconut oil. So pretty much the same thing. It's 4 points for the bag on WeightWatchers, and we just got more in here for a cheaper price, so that's why we're trying this out this time. But for the serving of 1 pack, it's 100 calories, 6 grams of fat, 9 carbs, 2 grams of fiber, and 1 gram of protein. And this is just one of Adam's favorite things to pack for work with his lunches or just like a snack throughout the day. And then sometimes if we don't have Air Pop popcorn made and I'm craving popcorn, I like to grab these as well. So I'm curious to compare those to Skinny Pop and see how different they are, if it's better or worth it for the price difference, but we're gonna have to try those out. Then I love these Yogis. So this is one of those things that when I'm craving gummy candy, I go in the pantry and I grab a pack of these, and it really satisfies my craving. This is the strawberry flavor. We have tried this one and I really like it. I also like the berry one a lot, but it's 4 points for the pack, 80 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, 15 carbs, 3 grams of fiber, and 11 grams of sugar, with 7 of that being added. And they just come in individual packages, and they are like gummy chews that are coated in yogurt. They're so sweet and satisfying. And like I said, whenever I want like fruit snacks or something gummy like that, it really does help me to, first of all, just have it pre-portioned, but have something in moderation that satisfies that craving, and then I can just move on. And I really do enjoy these and look forward to them. And then the last thing that I got, this box of Goodles. So actually we just finished ours. It lasted so long from the last time we had gone to Costco, but it's a nice thing to just have in the pantry as an option. There are some days where I'm just really busy working on cookies and I don't have ingredients prepped and I want to make a quick lunch, and I'll just pop one of these in the microwave and then maybe make some blackened chicken, and then sometimes I'll have veggie mix or something else prepped and I can add it. I just try to bulk these up to make them more filling with 0 point items. Sometimes I'll even use like the frozen pepper mix from Trader Joe's, but that way I just have to track the cup and then I add more protein and vegetables and stuff with it. And then a lot of the times I'll add a little drizzle of barbecue sauce. But 1 cup is 5 points on WeightWatchers, 230 calories, 4 grams of fat. It's got 40 carbs, 6 grams of fiber, 4 grams of sugar, and 11 grams of protein. And you pretty much just make it like Easy Mac. You just pour the water in, microwave it for 4 minutes, I wanna say, and then mix in the cheese packet. That is everything that we got from Costco today. It was pretty busy, but we were able to go into every aisle and see everything that they had and find some really good stuff. I'm excited about some of the new things we'll be trying. And I also just feel good about having some proteins and a bunch of produce ready so that I can incorporate it with meals. Actually having these ingredients in the fridge really does make a difference. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, maybe got some new ideas. I'd be curious to hear what one item is that you pick up every time you go to Costco, if it's any of the things that I showed today, or if there's something I'm missing out on, let me know. But stick around for the prices at the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.